Thank you for joining us for another Legacy Travel Top 5. And I think this time what we're doing is going to be the top restaurants at resorts in Cancun, Riviera Maya, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so got with me, I'm Philip, got with me, I got Kathy, and we got Jessica.
Hello.
So anyway, I'm going to lead this off, is that okay? And I want sometime for us to do one of these that's just on all-inclusives, but this one is any resort.
All of mine are at all inclusives.
Yeah, mine are not.
Mine too.
Mine are not. So my, this may be very controversial. My opinion is that the food is typically better at the non-all-inclusives, at the European plan places. The drinks too, and the reason is that have you ever seen anybody like give back a drink at a all-inclusive or send it back? If you're paying $15 for the drink, you're going to send it back if it's not good. If you're paying $45 for the steak, if it's not good, you're sending it back. So anyway, typically I think they're a little bit better. I have a couple of all-inclusives in here.
Now, how many of the restaurants that you have you eaten at?
I have eaten at all of them, but one.
Okay.
One.
All right. I was going to call foul, but okay.
I've eaten at all of these, except one. Except one. Okay. The first one is Le Basilic, and it is at the Grand Fiesta Americana, Coral Beach, and it is going to be a French restaurant. And of the ones on here at our European plan type hotels, this one's actually, I don't want to say affordable because all of these are really expensive, but compared to the other ones, it's probably going to be, one of the more affordable-ish ones on here. Really nice place. I like the company. It used to be called Posada, now it's La Colección. Is that right?
What day is it?
No, they change it pretty often. Anyway, great resort. Really good restaurant. So that's how I'm leading off. What's your number? What's your number five?
Right?
Yep.
Okay. So, my number 5 is at the Zoetry Paraíso. It's in the Riviera Maya,
Good choice.
And so there is a AAA diamond restaurant there.
Okay.
But the one that
How
I
many
picked,
diamonds?
I think it's 4 diamond.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably so.
So, the one that I picked is actually the ceviche bar at the.
Oh, really? Interesting.
It is amazing. It's some of the best ceviche I've ever had in Mexico. So
Okay.
That's my number 5.
Very nice.
Okay.
How about you? What's your number 5?
Now, I did these as ones that I have eaten at that I would go out, if I'm there, I always want to go out of my way to eat there again. So
Yeah, I was really torn, but I hear you. Yeah.
My number 5 is the MB restaurant at Live Aqua Cancun.
Ooh, I love
It's
Live
described
Aqua.
as Latin cuisine with an emphasis on local Mexican ingredients and flavors, and I'm just a big fan. It's the one that's it's right across from the sushi kind of counter. Thing that they have there.
Yeah. I haven't eaten there.
Yeah,
Okay,
I've
been to the sushi counter a lot,
Yeah,
and that's good too.
yeah.
Number
All
4.
the food at Live Aqua is great.
Yeah, it really is.
Great hotel.
Yes, no, I'm glad you mentioned that because my number 4 is also at Live Aqua.
Excellent.
Which one's yours?
It is the Lobster and Grill. Now,
At Live Aqua, yeah.
As I understand, it is extra.
Isn't it called In Lakesh?
Yes.
Yeah.
In Lancash.
Yeah.
And
But, that's fine because some of mine are European plans, so the fact they charge extra is fine.
Yeah.
yeah, but really great seafood there, really great steaks, and if you are ever at Live Aqua, eat your way around. It's
Yes,
great.
for sure. Yeah.
Cool. So what
That was
that?
number 4.
Number 4 for you.
My number 4, and this guy's probably about to roll his eyes.
Oh my
but,
goodness.
I'm going to say Chef's Market at Generations.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. roll
Chef's
my eyes.
Market is that's where if I'm anywhere on that complex, Generations, Eldorado Royale, Eldorado Casitas Royale, anywhere, that's where you're going to find me for breakfast. I like several things about it. One, the food is very good. I like that it's small. I like that there's not generally a line for the egg bar, the egg station in the morning, which I love, love Hotel, but when you go there, you're going to wait, 4 or 5 people deep. Now, they get through them fast, but there's a line. I'm a big fan of them for lunch, and they haven't recently been open for dinner much, unless the hotel's really, really full. But I enjoy it for dinner, too. A lot of it is because my son likes it for dinner so much, so he's more willing to eat with us if we can eat at the market.
So true.
Yeah.
So true. Okay, my number 4 is going to be Casino de Autor, and it's a Grand Bayless. And I came real close to putting a different one on here from Grand Bayless, but I'm going to do this one And I think that the style of food isn't always my favorite, but it was very interesting when I ate there. Is it called molecular? Is that what it is? They've got the
Yeah,
stuff.
it's all the weird stuff like
Yeah.
foam and smoke and.
When I did it, it was
You're
actually
still
pretty
hungry
good.
when you
I've done it a couple of different places. This one was actually pretty good, and
Was
people
it?
seem to love it. I mean, certainly compared to the other one we did, this one was
Yeah.
much better than that. But yes, it was actually good, and it's really highly rated. And it's at Grand Bayless, which again is a rock. You can't say it's rock solid. It's beyond that. It is an amazing
Yeah. You can't go
resort.
wrong staying Grand Bayless for sure.
No, not a bit. So that's going to be my number 4 is Casino del Toro. We're at number 3, which I think is going to be you kicking us off for that.
Okay, so my number 3 is at the Grand Bayless as well, and it's the Azul Buffet at Grand Bayless. It is a buffet like you haven't ever seen before. Everything is just amazing. It's just the food is so good, and it's right up there on the beach. And I mean, like it's not a beach, like you're not outside. It's completely inside, but they have these huge windows. You can see out to the water. It's just beautiful, and the food is amazing.
And I did just because it's a buffet. I didn't do it, but I will tell you that at that resort, I remember getting. It just gets sound stupid, but they had the chicken legs there, and the thing must have been that big.
Like who were these chickens?
And they had a sauce on there, almost like a sweet barbecue sauce. It was unfreaking believable, and I loved it, but I didn't do it because I'm a little bit of a snob.
And they have like a cheese assortment there, and it's not just like your provolone and your cheddar or whatever. I mean, it is like some cheese.
So you've gotten a couple of buffet restaurants on your...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I had any on mine.
Snob.
Yeah, I agree. So number 3, this is one I have not eaten at. This is going to be Casa del Lago, and it's at the Mayakoba, the Rosewood Mayakoba, and it's Italian. And I've heard great things about it. It's highly rated. I think it's a four
Diamond
I
AAA.
think it's a AAA 4 diamond also, I believe. Anyway, the Rosewood Mayakoba does a great job. Great European plan property. And I had Italian. I want to get an Italian restaurant on there, so I got one on there. So it's a good one.
Okay.
I do have an Italian restaurant for my number 3.
Oh, look at you.
And this is at the El Dorado Casitas Royale. And
it's very good.
one of my very first trips down to Mexico with Kathy, we had dinner there, and it's just been the standard for Italian.
Yes, in the chef's room where like we didn't even get to order. They just like brought us stuff, and the last course was they brought this big mirror, and they brought nitrogen and ice cream mix, and they made ice cream on the mirror. It's crazy.
That's called the Italia,
The
right?
Italian.
I think it's a little bit confusing because that's also the name of the one by the El Dorado Water, right?
D'Italia Villas versus D'Italia Casitas.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
Very good.
Very memorable.
Okay, we're at number 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to Zoetry. And I'm blanking right now. I'm so sorry. There is a section of Zoetry that's fairly new. I forgot what it's called.
Impression.
It's called Impressions.
Yeah.
And they have a restaurant there called Dragons. And you can only eat there if you are part of Impressions, I think. I think maybe if you have a certain category at Zoetry, you can sneak over to. Don't hold me to that. But they're known for their Peking duck. And holy cow, I love Chinese food. I've had Peking duck many places. And this is hands down the best Peking duck I ever had.
Wow.
It is really good. If your Impressions is a step up above Zoetry, it's already costly. That might be worth it just for that duck. It's really good. How about you?
Number 2?
Yes.
Number 2 now is actually going to be at Grand Bayless.
Okay. Wow, we're getting Grand Bayless heavy.
Yes.
Well, of course.
And this is actually their Mexican restaurant, Frida.
So see, that's the other one I was thinking about. But no, you're 100% right. I'm just a Tex-Mex guy more than I am a Mexican food guy. But that's the one I was debating about. So we each did Grand Bayless and did 3 different ones. Go ahead, talk about.
Yes, what I love about and Grand Bayless, correct me if I'm wrong, I've never been there, but they have pricing in all of their menus at restaurants, or most of their menus at restaurants. And the reason, and it's all inclusive, so you're not paying for it, but the reason is because it's open to the public, and a lot of people will go there just to dine. I think Barack Obama has dined there, I've been told. So, but Frida is inspired by Frida Kahlo, the artist, so it's very vibrant, very colorful. Very traditional Mexican with a modern twist.
yeah, I want to have Grand Villas on my list, and I really debated between the two, and I went with the molecular one, but I can't. I think yours is a 5 diamond, right?
I believe so.
I think so.
I think it is.
So,
Yeah, good choice.
All right, number 2 on my list is Wine Kitchen at Generations.
You do like that
Yes,
one, don't you?
I always make sure we eat there every time when we're there, and that was where the resort hosted my 50th birthday party, and I just love that restaurant.
Fantastic. Yeah, that is a nice one. What is your number 1? What's your
My
favorite?
number 1 is, okay, I don't know if I can say this because it's not technically in Riviera Maya.
No, it's Cancun Riviera Maya.
Okay, it's in Isabel Harris. It's a Zoetry.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh,
That's fine.
okay.
I didn't think about that being part of it. Oh.
So they have the Casa Rolandi restaurant, very famous restaurant. It pretty much put that island on the map, and I had lunch there. Beautiful sea views, and the menu is amazing. They have Italian, I think with some Swiss influence, but that's one of my favorite lunches ever.
That's legal?
You fly into Cancun. I'm calling it legal.
Okay, we need to start it over again. I'm going to check my list. Go ahead.
What am I doing? My number 1?
Yeah, you're number 1.
D'Italia Casitas.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so she's right. I didn't put the Zoetry Villa Rolandi on my list because I wasn't thinking of it being part of Cancun Riviera Maya. But it is. They also have. I haven't eaten at it, but the other restaurant, it changes nightly, right? And it's a like a chef's menu. You don't order. They just bring you food.
Right.
And that one's amazing also. So that one should have been on my list. I'll go ahead and stay with this one because this one was very good also. The Club Grill at the Ritz-Carlton, again, a European plan place, but it's going to be the steaks and seafood, lobster stuff. Other thing they'll do sometimes, they will also do a tasting menu. So if you go ask and see, that's an option that night also. So anyway, that's my list. We left some really great things out there that are some of my favorites that are really on more the all-inclusive. So.
And I do want to point out that there are so many great restaurants at the all-inclusives in the area. So don't shy away from all-inclusives if you're a food person.
No, well, you saw Grand Villas hit all of our list with different restaurants.
Just pick the right one. That's the trick, is picking the right one. You don't want to just go to the Golden Corral of all-inclusives.
If you're doing a European plan hotel at one of these things, think about some of the restaurants outside the resort too. Some really good ones around the area too, and we can help you with that.
And even if you're staying at an all-inclusive, there's nothing that says you can't go have dinner out.
Well, it's hard for me to do, but you're right. But yeah, it depends on which all-inclusive.
Yeah.
Also, so anyway, maybe someday we can do one that's just all-inclusive. We'll see. All-inclusive resort restaurants.
Well, look, this was pretty heavy on all-inclusive already.
I had 3 that weren't European plan, and we saw so much more all-inclusive compared to European plan. So I struggled a little bit. Okay, well, anyway, thank y'all for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
I'm hungry now.